Carolina APCO chapter meeting to order. Of course, always we just like to start off recognizing our corporate partners. If you are here to represent the corporate partner, please stand. Motorola, AT&T, the council, we're in their wonderful, beautiful facility now. Rapid Deployment and Priority Dispatch. Right, thank you. We'll move on to the introduction of our North Carolina APCO board members. Missy.
Shante Lipton, president. Herman Weiss, immediate past president, is not with us today. Chad Hayes, first vice president. Samantha Dutch, second vice president. Missy Ezel, secretary. Tara Witt. Okay, thank you. Joe Anderson. Melanie Jones, please online. Ruth Barefoot, ambassador for Region A. Marissa Horner, she's online. Zero, regional ambassador for Region C. Josh Benfield, regional ambassador for Region D. Hannah Sandy, regional ambassador Region E. Samantha Peets, regional ambassador for Region F. Gary Laughlin, our commercial advisor. Grayson Nusa, our historian and GIO. Janet King with Compassionate Care is not with us. Christine Moore, also with Compassionate Care and Texas Love, is online. And Donnie Anderson with CORE.
Okay, if you can stand to be recognized here in the following groups. Past North Carolina APCO chapter president. North Carolina APCO chapter life members. Co-international senior members. APCO international life members. Registered public safety leaders or RPLs. Certified public safety executives. And are there any other additional corporate partners or vendors in the room today? Please stand. And last but not least, our special honor guests, first time attendees. Can please stand one more time for us. We have a special gift for you. Okay, our previous minutes have been posted on the website. If I can get a motion. All in favor? Yes, fine. Minutes will have to be as distributed. We will move to our chapter reports for Compassionate Care. 26 cards were mailed, 6 sympathy cards, 13 sympathy cards, 3 retirement cards, 1 congratulations card, and 3 cards for those who were recovering for sickness or surgery in their line of duty injury. Just please remember to keep us informed about any needs or situations or celebrations going on in the centers so we can get a card sent on behalf of the chapter. So we have started a new initiative with our Totes of Hope, which we are really excited, Totes of Love initiative that we are really excited about. Our first VP is going to be Mr. Ben White to show. So we're excited to launch this. It's a way to restore staff after a traumatic event and or call. The Totes of Love initiative by North Carolina APCO is a statewide effort to provide support, compassion, and empathy to public safety communication centers during the times of crisis and trauma. These totes are not intended to replace any sort of peer support or critical incident strength briefings, but rather just to serve as a positive and workplace distraction. So Chad, you can show some of the things we have. Of course, some tissues in there. There's some resources that you might need. Popcorn, that's always need a snack. There's these little toys in there, and this is one of our smaller boxes. We have totes that'll match the size of the center, and it'll be so we'll send it out to the center, and it's just a way to help team members cope with overwhelming feelings of helplessness that accompany a traumatic fall. So our very own Christine Moore is leading up this initiative. If you need to request totes, that request can be completed online on our website, and we can get it out to you all. Just some fun things, coloring books, and it'll be different. No tote will be the same, but we're really excited about this new initiative of Totes of Love. So please take advantage of it. In lieu of contacting us if you have a traumatic call, so we can get a card out. Also take advantage of the opportunities to also have a tote for your staff.
Good job.
Yes, thank you. Yes. All right. Now we'll move to the court review report with Dawn Anderson.
Good morning, everyone. Can everyone hear me? For the community outreach and engagement for July, we did back to school supplies. Unfortunately, we was unable to have our meeting due to the incident, but they did receive the back to school supplies. They were very, very, very surprised and thankful. They did send us a video. Unfortunately, we can't play the video because we're on Zoom and we're in here at the same time. So I'll read what the representative sent to us. She says, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks to APCO for your incredible generosity in organizing and contributing to the recent back to school supply drive. Thanks to your efforts, we received a wonderful assortment of backpacks, notebooks, pencils, and other essential school supplies, which have already begun to make a significant impact on the lives of the children we serve at Pat's Place. When children come to us, they're often facing incredibly difficult situations, and we work hard to provide them with comfort and a sense of normalcy during their visit. Your donation has been a critical part of this effort. As we greet each child, we're able to offer them the school supplies they need, ensuring they leave not only with what's required for their education, but also with the understanding that their community stands behind them. The items you provided have already brought smiles to the faces of many children, whether it's the excitement of receiving a brand new book bag or the relief of knowing they're prepared for the school year. Your generosity has touched their lives in a meaningful way. Thank you for being such a vital part of our mission and for helping us show these children that they are cared for and supported. Your kindness truly makes a difference. With respect and deepest gratitude, from her name is Elisa McKnight. That was my contact from Pat's Place Child Advocacy Center. Also, our initiative for November will be canned goods for us Thanksgiving during that time. So just look out for the flyer.
Thank you so much, and thank all of you all that have given comments to Troy. Just for the doing effort with Forest Force, North Carolina APCO, but of course we cannot do without our partners in North Carolina NEDA. So thank you all for contributing to this community effort, and look forward to November. Next, we'll have our executive council report and training report from Ms. Gerald. Yeah,
Good morning, everyone. Go ahead and apologize now because we didn't get to meet in July. So, like Ryan in the NEDA meeting, trying to merge all this information and try to keep it current, but let you know what's been going on because a lot has been going on. So, with the executive council report, APCO just had finished their international conference and expo in Orlando in August. So some of this information is a merge of the information I would have given you for July and after conference. So APCO is making a compelling case to reclassify non-professionals at the federal level. On August 2nd, they submitted comments to the Office of Management and Budget, urging the agency to reclassify public safety telecommunicators from the current office and administrative support occupations category to the protective service occupations category in the standard occupational classification or SOC. This change to the upcoming revision of the SOC is essential to accurately reflect the critical life-saving role of 911 professionals that they play in our communities. All right. The other thing they've done, this is back from July, on July 18th, the Federal Communications Commission adopted the order that establishes new rules to facilitate deployment of next generation 911. The focus is on the call delivery portion of NG 911. Service providers will be required to deliver 911 traffic, including routing and location information in IP-based formats, one or more points specified by the state or local 911 authority that meets certain readiness criteria. The order affords significant deference to state and local public safety officials to designate the points of delivery and indicate their readiness. The FCC also specifies that service providers will be responsible for associated costs and testing. Then APCO and NENA expressed disappointment in committee passage of modified 911 Saves Act. So in July, on July 10th, the House Education and Workforce Committee passed an amended version of the 911 Saves Act that changes the legislation from directing the Office of Management and Budget, OMB, to reclassify public safety telecommunicators to only consider changing the classification. So all of that happened before what I told you happened on August 7th, just to give you a point of reference. Turning to spectrum management. All right, on July 25th, 2024, the FCC released the WT docket 19-212 by public notice, the Public Safety and Homeland Security Bureau, Part 90 and Part 101 public safety licenses to update their license contact information with an email address. To promote customer service to public safety licensees and as a supplement to the current courtesy email process, the Bureau will send a reminder email to licensees associated with multiple licenses to update this vital piece of information for each of their licenses. All right, if you don't have a valid email, or if you haven't updated your email addresses, you won't receive the courtesy electronic reminders regarding the licensee expiration or construction deadlines. So it's really important that this affects you, that you send them an email address. Failure to timely file renewal applications and construction notifications may lead to license cancellation, regardless of whether the license was received after you received the courtesy reminder or not. So then that may. By way of background, going back to 2020, the FCC issued rules to finalize the transition to electronic interactions for licensees in the wireless radio services. Spare you the rest of that. All right, let's talk about the AFC local advisor training. Their network of volunteer two-way radio professionals has grown to more than 62 members. These volunteers help Part 90 applicants with obtaining their FCC authorization by recommending suitable channels based on agreed upon standards in FCC regulation. The key to AFC success has been proper training of the volunteers. This year was no different than the previous year. They conducted a full day training in conjunction with the APCO annual conference in Orlando. The training opened with comments from the sponsors and followed with an update by Jeff Cohen. His presentation then was followed by another FCC staff presentation where discussions were had about the standards. The FCC construction rules. So one of the most difficult aspects of dealing with the FCC is utilizing the Universal Licensing System, or ULS. It is in dire need of an upgrade, and its failures have been well documented by its users. Case in point, the system was down the entire month of May 2023, which affected the ability of many licensees to conduct FCC business. Given this background, AFC teamed up with its longtime service provider, SiteSafe, to develop and implement an online construction notification filing capability, also referred to as Schedule K filing. The FCC requires all licensees to file a construction notification within 12 months of the grant of the license to inform the FCC that the system is fully constructed and operational. Failure to do so will result in license cancellation. APCO's members and clients can simply email AFC staff with their respective call signs, and they'll take care of the rest. When you're filing a Schedule K on ULS, the system requires licensees FRN and passwords. When you're utilizing the newly created AFC system, there's no need for such information. So APCO has really taken the pain out of those scheduled capabilities. Under training and certification, APCO was proud to announce that they had a CPE class with 16 graduates were recognized during the conference. They graduated in line in Daytona Beach right before the conference started, so they were able to be recognized, and they had their ceremony actually in July. Under Comm Center and 911 services, APCO's Consulting Services, or ACS, has several contracts in various stages. They're reporting editing in progress for one agency. A final report was recently delivered to another. One project was recently completed. One ACS proposal was declined. One ACS proposal was delivered to the agency the week that I got this information. And one new lead is under construction. Under standards development, APCO's ANSI standards supplemental emergency responder recommendations was ANSI approved on August the 19th. The Standards Development Committee is reviewing participation submissions for the following: best practices for ECCs when processing vehicle telematics calls from telematic providers, core compensation and minimum training standards for ECC supervisor, core competencies, operational factors, and training for next-gen technologies with ECC. And lastly, emergency communications, common disposition codes for data exchange. One last one, minimal operational standards for use of TTY, TDD, or similar device in the ECC. That was enough. Under automated secure alarm protocols, ASAP was implemented for the Broward County, Florida office, regional communications and technology the week of August the 12th, which now brings the total number of ASAP agencies to 147. Effective 8/1/2024, our total member numbers were 41,004 members. We have 1,721 group agencies and 51 in our commercial group. Some upcoming events and corporate outreach. Just to give you some feedback from APCO's 2024 conference, they had 5,846 attendees and exhibiting personnel. Exhibiting companies were 255. New exhibitors were 52, and they had 26 sponsors. Work has already begun on APCO 2025. Booth sales are now open. With pre-event on-site sales, they have booked over 91 booths already, generating more than $1 million in revenue so far. APCO is currently creating new sponsorship opportunities designed to boost attendee engagement. The first flight of refusal begins this month, September, and opportunities will open to the public in November. If you've not heard, they'll be hosting their second 911 Staffing Summit, October 22nd through the 24th in Fort Worth, Texas. New sponsorship opportunities include items like sessions, sponsor, Wi-Fi, over app sponsor, and attendee break sponsor. So far, they have secured multiple sponsors that I will not name here. Madam President, that is the end of a very long executive council report where we are now up to date, which we'd like to continue. And nobody has any questions, right? Yes. Move on to our training report. It is cold and flu season. Welcome. And so with that in mind, the number of COVID cases are on the rise. So all on-site training classes that we offer may require the following. So just be prepared if we will put this information out. The agency that's hosting the training may require us to wear a mask regardless of vaccination status. Students will be arranged for social distancing, so classes may have a number count, which may be lower than what we normally do. And again, when I send out training notices, that information will be given to you. What we have right now is a reminder, the North Carolina Center of Missing Persons. Don't forget that they're continuing to offer training for all agencies. Larissa is the contact for that, and of course she's online today because she's out of town. But the training covers the entire missing person process, including DCI, NCIC, and missing persons alert requests. It also reviews the types of alerts and criteria for each alert type. If you are interested in having that training, if there is no cost, it is 1 hour long. There's no minimum class size. You can do it as far out the year in advance. Just contact her, and if you need that information for an email, just see me on the glad to give it to you. RDU Communications will be hosting an APCO supervisor course at their location, October the 11th through the 13th. That is a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday class by their request. Registration is now open. I've been sending that out over the listserv, so please go ahead and sign up. One thing, don't try to pay online. Once we see you sign up, indicate you want to pay online, and we'll send you a correct payment link. Having a little fight with Service Monkey right now. All right, so don't try to pay. The 2024 Telecommunicator Training Symposium will take place November the 4th through the 6th, hosted at the Embassy Suites in Greensboro. We are having a pre-symposium class that Friday through Sunday, November 1st to 3rd, which is a CTO class to full registration attendees. So when you register your staff, you want to send them to the CTO Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then you want them to stay for the symposium, go to our link, be able to click on that and pay for everything in advance. If you only need CTO training, I'll also accept them for that training as well. You'll be able to only register for them for that. All right. For the first time, because you asked for it, the registration fees for full-time and day passes will include lunch, break, snacks, and dinner. If you stay at the hotel, breakfast is a given because it's an Embassy Suites. They provide that hot made to order breakfast. All right. But if you'll see that the price is significantly higher, that's because now all meals and snacks are included. We are really grateful to our commercial partners for the following symposium sponsorships that we have received. And if you are here, please wave or stand up because we are very grateful. Carolina Recording for our attendees' bags. On for our staff t-shirts. Done software for our opening luncheon. OnStar for swag for the attendee bags. And Civic Credit Union swag for the attendee bags and door prizes. All right. There are still sponsorship opportunities. So if you are a commercial partner, we still have a few things on our wish list that we would love to get either full or partial sponsorship for. If you're able to provide swag for our attendee bags, any door prizes, and any type of sponsorship, please see myself, Grayson, or Gary for more specific information of the items that are still on our wish list. To our membership, if you are working with a commercial partner, please mention our need for swag and sponsorship and send them our way. We would greatly appreciate that. One final training reminder that was mentioned in the NENA meeting, but just want to reiterate it. The call for papers for the 2025 North Carolina Public Safety Communications Conference will open on Monday, September the 23rd, and close on Sunday, November the 10th. So dust your stuff off, click on the link, and put your call for papers in. If you desire to be a keynote speaker, we are in need of those. Please indicate that, put your call for papers in, and then plan to join us at this wonderful training event, May the 4th through the 7th, 2025. A few friendly reminders. Just as a reminder, effective July 1st, 2022, because of the standard in our state, all telecommunicators are now required to have 40 hours of telecommunicator training. So if you work for a municipality or your communication center is run under the direction of a sheriff, you do not get to pick which training you do. You must do the telecommunicator certification course, which is through sheriff standards and farmed out through the North Carolina Justice Academy. All other agencies can choose their vendor as long as you meet the criteria, which is 40 hours. Please make sure that when they take the training, that you file those certificates that they receive, copy on file. So if you're audited, you can show that your staff has received the training. Now, for those of you that must do the TCC, today is September the 20th, 2024. You have 3 months and 11 days to finish your 2024 telecommunicator in-service training. Please make sure that your staff does this before December 31st, so you don't get a nasty ground, because if they've not done the training, they have the right to suspend them from working in your center because they haven't met the criteria. So please make sure that they do that. If you're training in-house, You can get the lesson plans, the PowerPoints, everything through the North Carolina Justice Academy bookstore. They request that you buy it online and not call them, so that if you're paying by credit card, card, it's a secure payment site. And that way nobody's trying to key your stuff in over the phone. All right. If you don't do the training by December 31st and you need it, or you can't do it in person, it's offered online. Richmond Community College, Alamance Community College, and of course the Justice Academy all offer the in-service online. If you're confused, you and staff really need to take this. I just hired people. Here's the rules. You hired staff this year from January 1st to June 30th. It is required that they take the in-service for 2024. Anyone that you hired on or after July 1st of this given year gets a pass, and they will start in 2025, the rest of your staff. Okay? For this year's training, minimum of 16 credit hours. There are 5 lesson plans that are mandatory to complete the required 16 hours, and there's one other choice lesson plan. Remember, with the other choice lesson plan, you don't have to use the one that they put for this year. You can use any other choice topic that you want. Just make sure that you do the 5 that are mandatory, and then do it the other hours that you need to get to those 16 hours of mandatory in-service training. Just a reminder that bears repeating, if you are North Carolina General Instructor Certified, you do not have to think, but take 1 hour training online through the APCO system on the North Carolina Justice Academy's website. It's available starting every year, January 1st through December 31st. If you haven't taken it this year, go ahead and take it, because if you don't, they're going to suspend your certification. That's how they track us. And then you're going to get an Instagram, and then you have to do all this other stuff. Then you're going to call me, and we're going to have to talk about all the extra stuff you're going to have to do to maintain certification. So every year, put it in your phone, January 1st, sign on to the North Carolina Justice Academy site, CADA site, find that year's given in service for your GI certification. Take it online. It says an hour. It's probably 30 minutes. Take it and you're good to go. Instructors are also responsible for maintaining their own certification and documents and providing school directors with their certificates if required. So what that means is if you're teaching at a community college or anywhere else for someone else, they are required to make sure that you're certified to be there and that you can teach it. And they may ask you for a copy of documents they can put in their course files in case they are audited to make sure that everything is in compliance. Reminder emails do get sent out, so keep an eye for those and currently check your spam, and sometimes they go to spam. As always, it is our chapter's goal to continue to provide you with quality training for our members and friends across the state at a cost-effective rate. We thank you for your support in our efforts by attending the training and supporting us. And we want to widen our efforts. So if you have a training need or desire, please feel free to email me or approach me here. We can talk about it and get it scheduled. Madam President, that is all I have in regards to our training support for this.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we'll have our historian's report.
So the historian report is pretty short, but I do want to share with everyone that at the APCO International Conference during the general business session, our very own David Dodd was elected a life member of APCO International. So hopefully we can get him in Charlotte and we can recognize him there. We've also identified 2 others, 1 additional life member potentially, and 1 senior member that have been nominated to APCO International. We're just waiting to hear back. So we're doing work behind the scenes, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. That's all I have to share today.
Treasurer report, please. You can see Eric.
Morning. Our main checking account has $5,032.55. Our symposium account has $3,632.60. Our scholarship account has $1,307, and our money market has $99,156.16, for a total of $109,128.31.
Thank you very much. All right, for membership update, North Carolina APCO currently has 1,957 members. APCO International membership currently stands at 41,004. If you are interested in sharing more information about benefits of membership that APCO can offer you, there is a new flyer that's online, and we can get that out and share it with our membership. Just a way to increase enrollment for membership as well as sharing out the benefits. Again, from our APCO International Conference, we had our chapter dinner at Vito's Chop House, which was amazing. It was really big. That was the chicken parm. It was amazing, but just wanted to take the time to publicly thank our dinner sponsor, which was Civic Credit Union, for their continued partnership and sponsorship specifically for our chapter dinner in Orlando. So additionally, we extend our congratulations to Mr. Stephen Stetson from Dare County Sheriff's Office, who was awarded at the APCO International Conference the IT Technologist of the Year. So let's give him a round of applause. Well, congratulations to RDU Airport Communications on completing the APCO International Project Program. So again, we want to continue to celebrate. So have different things in addition to your regional reports. Please feel free to share it with me or anyone here on the boards. Can make sure that you get recognized during our chapter meetings. For old business, we're going to bring back up here reference the audit committee updates.
So toward the end of last year, we asked for volunteers to reconvene our audit committee. We had noticed that it had been sporadic in the past, and that we need to get that back on track. So I want to start with a special thanks to Hope Downs from New Hanover, Jacob Butcher from Raleigh Wake, and Brent Carbine. They did an amazing job on our audit report. They sent us a very, very detailed report with a list of suggestions for improvements, some positives that they highlighted. And in response to that, the board took it in. So our last meeting in Charlotte, we were going to say that we're working on a travel policy. We can happily say now that that policy is voted on and we passed it yesterday. It'll be posted sometime soon as soon as we get it cleaned up. And also taking the rest of the suggestions, we are developing a general fiscal responsibility policy that will just include all those other things that they listed for suggestions. So again, the travel policy posted for you guys, fiscal responsibility policy. We hope our next Charlotte and be able to share that as well. Any questions about the audit? Awesome.
One moment, I'm trying to wake up. No, well, 1 second, Bill. So,
Please. Be great. Thank you, SBFI.
You wanna do that giveaway, the gentleman wanted me to give away, that would be another question. Hi, while we're waiting to be. We're waiting. Do you wanna do your giveaway then, or is that? We're doing it at 12:30. 12:30, okay. Is that okay? Yep. Let's fall back. Yeah, it might be dark. Okay. And have everyone else signed up for the giveaway? Yeah, if you haven't, you should probably raise it. Yeah. Gosh. Let's miss. Okay. Oh. It's me with it. School. Somebody has. So, somebody over here, have it filled out.
Okay. Now I'm gonna send her reports. In chat.
Yes.
Are you showing me? Draw.
Yes. Byron?
That's fine. I guess you can.
Yeah. Okay. Waiting for some of it. Alright. Okay. Just wait.
Jacob Gibbs.
We have a crate, Byron. Not a baby.
That. But here. Just work up and then we'll. Okay. This is orange. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Table. No, we do muted.
Yes, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
So if you can read what's in the chat, we can't see.
We have to turn the speaker, like the speaker volume had to be on the computer for here on the TV.
Okay, we're not gonna. All right, Melanie, you can go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
So a couple of things that we wanted to mention, that Donna and I had talked about. I was not able to join the funding committee meeting yesterday because we were traveling back from Florida. But Kristen Falco did send me, a couple of brief notes from the funding committee. There were 2 funding reconsiderations approved yesterday. She reported that most of the revenue expenditure reports have been sent in. And they have reviewed over $57 million in eligibility requests since April, with 7.7 million of those being deemed eligible. The PSAP managers listserv that the state started will be sunset on Monday. We'll no longer be able to utilize that for statewide stuff. And our very own Angie Tuberville traveled to New York with our Spectrum rep to receive a national award for the PSA campaign that she worked on. So kudos to Angie.
Thank you everyone for your patience. Technology is new, so yeah, be flexible and adapt. But at the end, this concludes the September 2024 North Carolina APCO chapter meeting. May I have a motion to adjourn? Motion. All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you so much. The meeting is now adjourned. We will move towards lunch at this time.